Hey there YouTube, this is Adam here with One Drop. Going to give you a quick look today at two different cases, both from Spigen or SGP. The first is going to be the Slim Armor S for iPhone 5 and 5S. Nice two-tone design. And the second one is going to be the Ultra Hybrid for iPhone 5. Now both of these actually say for iPhone 5. They fit just fine on the iPhone 5S. Gonna do an unboxing and then install it on the device, let you look at it, see how it looks actually installed. But we'll go ahead and get started with the Slim Armor S. Move this on the side. And I apologize, I'm working from the side here, so it may disorient you just a little bit, but I'll do my best. So let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, so case opens up nicely. This actually slides out. Case pops right off there. Put that aside. Inside of the case, this opens up, and in here this is just a little booklet. Gives you some information on some of the other Spigen products and an authenticity sticker of authenticity with the serial number there. That's really nice, that way you know you're getting an actual Spigen product and not something else. I'll move that aside and take a quick look at the case itself. Now this is a two-piece design. You have, let me take this off here, it's easier from this side. So you have this soft, I'm not quite sure what kind of material this is, but this is a soft rubber-like material. Goes on the phone. It has this design here, this spiderweb-like design. Spigen actually says it helps with impact. But yeah, so you'll notice that. Then you have the second part, which is kind of a hard plastic part. This one is white, color combination white and black. Comes in a variety of colors, but with some Spigen information there. Now, I really like the design of this case because it kind of keeps with the iPhone's design, where it's two different backplate with the top and bottom that are just a little bit different. It's very nice. It's a very nice build. You have all the standard cutouts, and here in just a second I'm actually going to install this on my iPhone 5S, show you how it looks. Can't do it right now because I'm actually using my 5S to record this first part. That's the case there. Let me go back to the next one. Now this is the Ultra Hybrid. They actually sell this in different varieties. This is the one with the clear backing. They sell it with different color backs and so on, but let's go ahead and open this up. There's a case, a little square saying to make sure you remove the plastic. There's a plastic on the inside and outside of this case to protect the clear backing. Another authenticity sticker. And this case actually does come with a few accessories. It actually comes with an ultra crystal screen protector, which is nice, included, and two different kind of backplate inserts that you can insert into the case itself. If you don't want the clear look, you can actually also use these, as you can see there. You can lay these on any photo you may already have as a template, cut that out, and then insert the photo itself into the case. Which is nice. So we'll put those aside and take a look at the case itself. Here it is, simple rubber kind of bumper, if you will, with the clear back. Now, one really nice thing that I like about this case, it's actually on their Tough Armor, Spigen's Tough Armor case as well, is the buttons. Instead of using the standard round buttons, like you'll see, like most cases have, and like you see on the Slim Armor here, they went with a kind of full frame button layout. So plus minus volume buttons, kind of covers the entire side. They did the same with the power button. Let's see if I can get you a better look there. Not so much, but yeah. So they're full edge buttons, which is something I really like, and you'll get a better look at that when I actually install it here later. But that's pretty much the case. Again, clear back. You can use inserts, or you can use these as templates to cut out your own photos, kind of put it in the case there. Overall, I've already put both of these on my phone, But when you install them, I like this one because it's a little bit thinner. You can't really see it in the video here, but it's not quite as thick as the Slim Armor S. It's a little bit thinner. Gives you great protection, but I prefer this one just because it's a little bit thinner. You also notice in the corners here, the corners kind of bulge just a little tiny bit. That's actually an air cushion on the four corners that Spigen says helps in drops. They say most phones, when they are dropped, actually land on one of the corners, which in my experience is pretty true. But because of those air cushion, it kind of helps the impact, draws in most of the impact and keeps it from hurting or damaging the device itself. But here in just a sec, I'll be right back. We're going to install these. I have to switch cameras real quick. But before I do, just to let you know, I actually prefer this case here. This Neo Hybrid for the clearback model is actually $9.99 on Amazon. So $10, you get a great case, multiple inserts, you can make your own inserts, and a great screen protector. These are some of the best screen protectors I've ever used for $9.99. So it's really not a bad deal to pick up one or two and just keep them. A great case for especially for the price. You're not going to find a better case for $10. The Slim Armor S here actually retails, suggested retail is $24.99. The white on black version I picked up for $19.99 on Amazon. All the different color combinations were in fact $24.99. So about a $10 difference between the white model and this one here. Definitely worth it. This does feel a little bit sturdier. It's probably gonna give you a little bit better protection overall, but it does add a little bit more girth to the device than the Ultra Hybrid. If I had to pick one, I love the design of this one. When I'm out and about, I will probably use this one when I'm going to parties or functions. But my day-to-day will be this one here, only because of the thinness. The focus here, sorry, isn't going to be as great, but I'll try to give you the best look as possible. And I wanted to be able to show you the cases on the device itself. So we'll get rid of this one here. First one we're going to actually put on is going to be the Slim Armor S. It is a two-piece design. You have the softer polycarbonate and then the harder back. As I said earlier, I really like the design. It's actually a two-piece. This white part here will come out of the shell, but it's actually very easy to put on as one piece. So you just take your iPhone, slide the button side in first, and then just work around the edges, and there you go. So you see volume up and down. There's a pretty large cutout there for the mute switch, power button, and I'm working from the side here, so I apologize, but nothing on this side. And on the bottom, a very large cutout for the lightning connector. This is actually big enough to fit most third-party adapters. I actually have an Amazon lightning cable that's heavy duty. The cable itself and both connectors on the ends are actually pretty large, and it fits here without a problem. So that's one plus. And the cutout for the mic is also pretty large. Haven't had any issues with third-party headphones fitting there. One thing I will tell you is that the cutouts here for the mic and the speaker are just a little bit off. I'd zoom in here and show you what I mean, but unfortunately my flip here doesn't have that great of a zoom feature. But basically these little cutouts, you'll notice that some of them happen to cut off or cover, if you will, the little holes that the phone itself has for the mic and the speaker. Doesn't seem to affect the mic or the speaker at all. Sounds just as loud, picks up my voice just as fine. But you know, it does cover some of them up. I'm a little nitpicky about that, but works just fine. You'll notice the device does have a little bit of a lip here, so you do get a little bit of the lay on the table design, so the screen won't be touching the table because it lifts it just a little bit. And on the back here, you'll notice there's a plenty large enough opening for the camera and the dual LED flash. Now, all of these cases are, say, iPhone 5, but they fit just fine on the 5S, as you can see here. But this is a really great case. I really like the fact that they stayed with the kind of iPhone design where the back plate here is a little bit different. It's sold in a variety of colors. This is a white on black. I went with this one simply because it was the least expensive on Amazon. This one is $19.99, whereas some of the other color combinations are $24.99. So about $4 difference, $5 difference, but you know, I had a gift card, which is the only reason I just went with this. I didn't really want to spend anything, but it's a great case, as you can see it on the device here. Now, get this one out of the way, and to remove it, it's just as easy. Just work from the corners. And you can pull your device out. Now, to take it off, it is a little bit easier if you get that back plate off first. But for the sake of the video here, I'm just going to work it out. Alright, now we're going to do the Ultra. That was, again, the Slim Armor S for the iPhone. Now we're going to do the Ultra Hybrid. And I already did the unboxing, but here's that case. The clear backing and the black rubberized. Again, you're just going to slide buttons in first. And work it around the edges. Again, pretty easy install. Now, one really neat thing that I like about this case is the button layout. You'll notice that the buttons are not rounded. They're kind of take up the entire edge, plus and minus. It's a nice feel, actually. I really like that. Again, a very large cutout for the volume rocker. Power button, again, has that large button instead of the standard little rounded rectangle there. This edge is flat, other than the embossed logo there. And the bottom. Now, you'll notice here, again, a very large cutout for the lightning cable or lightning adapter. Fits, again, almost every cable I've tried on. Every cable I've tried on it. Not almost, but every cable. And the opening for the mic there is pretty large too. One thing I will notice, or notate here, is that this actually leaves the mic and the speaker completely open. As I mentioned on the earlier one, it might have covered some of that up. This is completely open. It's nice because it doesn't hinder them at all, but they will be exposed to dirt, lint, and other things. So just be aware of that. And the opening on the back is, again, fairly large enough for the camera and the dual LED flash on the 5S. Now, I haven't removed the little plastic backings that are on this clear plate. There's one on the outside and one on the inside. Once you remove those, it is even clearer, so you'll be able to see the phone itself a little bit better, but you can still see there the difference between the glass panel and the space gray backing there. But overall, I love this case. It's super thin, adds hardly any bulk to the case. Something I look for. I keep this device in my pocket, so it's very nice. I like these corners, you'll notice, are just a little bit bigger than the case itself, and even than the other case, previous cases. And that's because they claim that there's little air pockets in these corners to prevent from corner drops. But overall, great case. I love it. You can put in the different backings that come with it here that I showed earlier. I like the clear just to let the phone shine through, but it is great. Now, if I had to pick one, it really just comes down to this one is just a little bit thinner, a little bit easier to hold, and easier to put in my pocket. Still gives you that lay on the table design, has a little lip on the top. This one is great. I like the style, and I'll probably alternate between the two, but it's really just what you're looking for. This one is still a lot thinner than most cases you find, so it's still gonna not add too much bulk to the phone itself. But overall, they're both great cases. I recommend both of them. It's just what you're looking for, so take a look. I appreciate it, guys. Tune in for more reviews on other products later on. Thank you.